Previously on information here. There's also like a radio. Okay, that leads further up. Oh. Hi.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the TroytheRogue, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time in this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? One of the supremacist. Well, this is it. So let's move on to the welcome.
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
The delivery on that line was great. He has a great beard, too. I loved it.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
We don't know that.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Okay. So It looked like someone was making some kind of
This old
something,
fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and
but their
red
ideas
marker,
were falling
the
short.
mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program. Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this is gone, left unrealized.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No.
Superclassic developers of RPG in the universe. By the way, what it sounds like they're trying to do, these people in this thing,
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside. We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered? Oh no.
oops, sorry.
It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core? Good. Please repeat the password. No. Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to. One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says. Any other questions?
What are you, a machine? That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. Nothing happens.
Okay.
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
I'm gonna keep that with me for a second.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. Failed business in question. What the hell are they making?
Yes, that is the question. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only
Yeah.
these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
How are they planning to do that? Has anyone done that before? And this was a role-playing game? What do you think happened to the company?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology. No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
They were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out of other investors out of pocket. The curse got them. The world is cold and lonely. This would have kept would keep it company. Let's finish it. Let's do it. I actually kind of do. I mean, I do.
it's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Yes. Experience. Oh, perception. I could make it better. Or I could get another thing. Endurance, pain threshold, physical. Enjoy healthy organs, physical base. Half-light. Let your body take control, threaten people. Physical instrument, shivers, psyche. Suggestion. Charm men and women, play the puppet master. Authority, intimidate the public, assert yourself. Understand others, work your mirror neutron. My mirror neutrons. I should get something under this. Take the blows, don't let the world kill you. Shrug off pain. It'll have to hurt you more. Pain throw, endurance. I'll do this one. Can I do it again? Pervert. 1. I didn't know I had multiple. Let's see. Empathy, level up. Do I have more? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm progressing! I'm growing stronger! Just kidding. Okay. I didn't see anything else, so the only way forward is this. A burr. Hello, burr. The winds are howling from the coal chute above. Okay. So I'm near the furnace, which is not exactly where I wanted to be. But I'm here, all the same. Hello, fridge.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. Be careful.
Hyper carnivore. What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electric...
Store. Interact. This one.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
It's not.
Someone
Read
has
it.
scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Soif.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Looks like someone in the radio game company upstairs. A little surprised they just left their property. Maybe they had to leave in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
Remind me again, what's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer.
Oh, I already
storing
found
its
it.
memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right?
We know who the
Like one of the
fucking
disco
ginger
tapes,
kid is,
only if
dumbass, but okay. Sorry.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
You mean,
Oh,
you know?
I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Okay.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. There's a piece of toilet paper. Or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper. Desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor. Below the pathetics? Terror. Do not look in. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board. biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that. Your kill count. Yours will surely have your kill count.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers, they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by
Sorry, there's an
sunlight
app.
and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
Sorry that I just keep paying attention and not talking, but I'm genuinely trying to understand what's going on. Because at times they will just say things and I'm like, I don't
The
get
case files
it.
themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are, yes,
Oops.
it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Yes, all caps. Others appear more light-hearted.
Yes, all caps.
The guy's on a couch in an unexpected location.
Sorry I keep
and
skipping
the murder
through,
at
but
a
I'm reading it
hookah
afterwards
bar,
personally
even
to
the
myself.
rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
I just have a habit of like, get on with the story. But in this case, I actually want to listen to the story, but my brain goes, oh, just go, fucking go!
You like this grimy murdering, don't you? Wish there was one in there about a drug den. You love those. It's going to take an effort to piece these
Kim, my case
files
appears
together,
to
but it can be
employ
done.
some kind of
Once you're
naming
done
convention.
inspecting them
I have to
up
open an
close.
official case. Is their room? I'm done
You
inspecting
don't
these.
exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly
Can I
papers.
read the case files?
They're a little
now?
further from arson. Petty there is for precisely one more. 50. The tasks you've completed flow out of the pen and inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. And a fuck you to you too. That last one cuts a slash right through the paper. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I love that he loved it so much. Kim, I'll make...
Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was...
You don't
Oops,
exactly
sorry.
close them so much as distance
It was a
yourself
workplace
from the
accident.
smelly
Okay.
papers. They're a little further from your nose now. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red. All three. The topmost are misconduct
Sorry, I
fines.
keep
The
skipping
middle
through,
ones
but
are
that one was
station
getting...
calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. There's pain in there, if you want some. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed
Why
to
is
the
this
top of
hard?
the board.
Why are these things hard? So
The
weird.
acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. The lieutenant observes you, raising and lowering the toilet waterlogged mass under your nose, trying to get a good whiff.
Excuse me, I just have to ask again. How did it get in the trash?
I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. It must have been cramping my style, foreboding quality to it. Someone in the room.
I'm sad to hear that.
He's sorry for you.
In any case, we are lucky you found it. Make sure it's all in there. Official notes are...
Oh God, that sounds dangerous. Make sure you don't...
Now, if you'll excuse me, that thing has filled me with the sudden urge to make sure mine is in perfect order.
Open the hidden compartment in the clipboard.
Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then a hot flash of rage comes over you. For a moment there, before it recedes, you feel as though you might just squeeze a tear of anger out of your duct. Makes you wonder, why? It's unjust, that's why. You can't even get to that thing anymore. The ledger quivers in your hand.
Oh God!
It shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Put the ledger away. I'm too fucked with it. I don't want to inspect that. Okay, I want to first go down. Defrost and unplugged. Unplugged. Flashlight casts a strange shadow and hid in the doorway. I see. Go further this way. And it's still running. Yeah, there's just a second on that. I'm gonna go over here real quick. Gonna go over here real quick. Wall is collapsed. It's inaccessible now.
That is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Beep bop boop boop beep ba doo, boop bop beep bop boop ba doo, ee da boo boo. Like and subscribe or whatever. I don't really care. Actually, I don't really care what you guys do. Anyways, yeah, good. Enjoy your fucking show. Okay? Goodbye. Click all those other videos if you want. Yeah, bye. Please, bye.